Hi guys, good afternoon. So in the last session, we were going with the RIP and we had seen about the timers. Okay. We have update timer, invalid timer, hold timer, and flush timer. Then there was a task about checking loop avoidance mechanisms, right? So what did you guys check? What is split horizon? If router will send the update packet to router 2 will send the next update packet to router 2. So that means what is split horizon? Same okay. Okay, router 1.8. Anybody else? Yes. In the interview, also, the last person said same answers. That means simply say that if I have learned a particular route through an interface, I will not advertise the same route on the same interface. A route that is learned via an interface will not be advertised to the same interface. That is your split horizon mechanism. What is route poisoning? This thing practical I showed you in the last session. What is route poisoning? That means if a route is down, if a route is not reachable, a router is going to advertise that route with a metric of 16. Because in case of RIP, the maximum hop count limit is what? 15. So that route will be advertised with the 16 metric. That means RIP has poisoned that route. Everybody will understand that, okay, this route is not reachable. And hold down timer. What is hold down timer? If a route is unreachable and has been declared invalid, RIP will not accept any update for that particular route until the hold down timer expires. Okay, for a specific amount of time, RIP will not accept the update. RIP will suppress all the updates. That particular timer is what? Hold down time. This is clear? Okay. So then let's move further. Shall we start with the EIGRP? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. EIGRP. So tell me about EIGRP. What do you know? What do you know about EIGRP? Link state. It's not OSPF. Hmm? It's a hybrid protocol. Metric value. As features of both distance vector and link state. Protocol number 88. 120. An external 170. Then Cisco proprietary, is it true? Open standard Cisco proprietary. Huh? So first thing is about this protocol, that this protocol, you can say, developed by Cisco. So initially, Cisco proprietary. Okay. Then later in 2013, it was announced as open standard, or you can say it was open for all the vendors. But still, you do not see this thing in the multiple vendors like Juniper. Okay, EIGRP is not supported. Even in some Cisco devices, EIGRP is not natively supported. Okay. Then RFC. What is the RFC number? 0728. RFC 7868. This is the RFC for your EIGRP. Okay. Then which will go down? EIGRP uses diffusing update algorithm. In short, dual. Okay. Why? To determine best path. Right? What is the multicast address? 4009? 10? 9 or 10? 10? Correct. So what EIGRP is going to do? EIGRP will form neighborships, right? So you say EIGRP will form neighborship with the adjacent routers. Okay. But there is a condition. Those adjacent routers, they have to be in the same autonomous system. Okay. So in the same, yes, it has to. All those routers, they have to be in the same, yes, right? Then what is the traffic? I mean, the multicast address. So you can say EIGRP uses multicast address multicast address 224.00.10. Okay. So you can say that EIGRP packets can be sent as unicast or multicast. Okay. They can be unicast also, they can be multicast also. So write down task number 1. What packets are unicast in EIGRP and what packets are multicast? In EIGRP, what packets are unicast and what packets are multicast? Hmm? You have to check. What packets are unicast and what packets are multicast. Now EIGRP is a reliable protocol, right? How? Write down. EIGRP uses reliable transfer protocol. That is RTP. Ensure the delivery of most transmissions, or you can say the packets. Right? Then your EIGRP, it does not send what? Periodic updates, like RIP is sending every 30 seconds. The EIGRP is not sending 30 seconds. Okay. So you can say EIGRP sends triggered updates. It sends triggered updates. So like RIP, it does not send periodic updates. It will send triggered updates. That means whenever there is a change, only that in that case, an update will be sent. Not like RIP. Second thing, EIGRP does not include full routing updates. I mean full routing table in the routing update. RIP includes entire routing table in the routing update. EIGRP is not doing like that. Okay, EIGRP will include only whatever the change is there. Only that change will be updated. This is clear. Then, what is the protocol number used? EIGRP uses protocol number 88. Uses protocol number 88. Okay. Then, what else? Maximum hop count limit. How many? The maximum hop count limit for EIGRP is, now here there is some confusion. Okay, like if you will take a look on the internet, EIGRP max hop count limit. You see it says 255, but also in some cases you will see that similar to its predecessor, EIGRP has a maximum hop count limit of 2 to 4. Now we have two answers. So what to prefer? What to prefer? And then we will prefer what? Just okay. So we will just go with the answers with Cisco. See here. This is not that. Load. Six matches are there for hop counts. In most cases, this will you will see it as a 255 only. Okay. Okay, let me show you in the book on. it is 255. So you can see the update messages are sent using the RTP protocol, reliable transfer protocol. Who count exact page number? I don't remember. Otherwise, I would show you. Just write down, note down 255. Okay. Later on, I'll check and show you. So right now, the maximum hop count limit is what? 255. Okay. Then anything else? I said that your EIGRP updates, they can be sent as a unicast also and multicast also. Then we said that EIGRP is sending triggered updates only, and it does not include the full routing table. So there is a condition that whenever initially the neighborship is formed, initially when the EIGRP neighborship is formed, that time the updates will include full routing table on first time. But once they have synchronized, after that, it will not be full routing table. It will be only change information. Okay. Okay. Now, basic configuration of EIGRP, everybody knows, right? Basic configuration of EIGRP, everybody knows. Okay. Let's talk about the key values. What are the matrices? EIGRP uses 5 matrices known as key values K1 to K5, K1 to K5. Okay. So K1 to K5. How many total matrices are there? Total matrices. Huh? 5. Not in EIGRP. Total. Hmm. Task number 2. Matrices and type of matrices, or basically what are the total number of matrices. All right. Okay. So out of these 5, we know that EIGRP by default uses which matrices? By default bandwidth and delay. So EIGRP by default uses K1 and K3. That is bandwidth and delay. Why? Why not the others? These are the static values, so this will not change. Okay. But We can configure EIGRP to use all five matrices. We can do it. Okay. Now, how do you configure EIGRP? How do you configure EIGRP? This is the first command, EIGRP, and then you'll give a ASN value, right? Now, my question is, what happens when you give this command? What happens when you give the command router EIGRP ASN? You did. What happens when you give the command router EIGRP ASN? Task. What happens when you give this command?
So the routers belonging to the same group will exchange when advertised, they'll be exchanging the routing table.
No, just the first router, right? Okay. Everybody understands router ID, right? Everybody understands router ID. In which protocol it is used? OSPF, not in EIGRP. Note down question. What will be the router ID of the router by default? Okay. What will be the router ID of the router by default? Next question. Note down. How many? We can have multiple configurations of EIGRP, right? On a router. How many ASNs? How many ASNs we can configure on a router? How many autonomous system numbers we can configure on a router? Okay. Next question. When you will configure EIGRP will form neighborship, right? And after some time, you will have a message adjacency is up. So difference between neighborship and adjacency in EIGRP. Difference between neighborship and adjacency in EIGRP. How many questions? Six questions. These are your task for the day. Okay. And today I have some meeting outside, so we will have to wind up. Okay. So today you guys research these questions. Okay. Basic configuration, everybody knows that we can take two routers, then we can start router EIGRP ASN network, then we can give the network ID. Okay, one more question here. Does EIGRP auto summarize the network? Does EIGRP auto summarize the network to their classful boundaries? Like, is it happening in the EIGRP also same like RIP that the network will get summarized? What do you think? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So that is something you have to check, because answer is yes also, no also. Both the answers are correct. Okay. So does EIGRP also summarize the networks to their classical boundaries? Understood? Okay. And to verify this thing, what you will do is, okay, first of all, let me give this network and network statement. That is network ID. And also here you can give what? Wildcard. Everybody understands wildcard? No, got it.
Yes, sir.
So for EIGRP, you can practice this to verify the summarization. Next question, one more question is there. What is the difference between these two statements? Okay, the difference between these two statements. Network ID, and another one is network ID and wildcard.
Sir, if we don't give wildcard mask, it will auto summarize to class full address.
I'm giving you to practice this. Okay, so you can verify that exactly this happens or not. Okay, so here you will have one loopback. Let's say 168 dot 1.1/32 or 24. This is the loopback on R1. This side you will have 20.2.2.2/24. Okay, another one you will have 21.2.2.2/24. Another one 22.2.2.2/24. So out of these three loopbacks, one you can give like this, another one you can give like this, and you can look out the difference. Okay, this is clear. And in between R1 and R2, the network will be 172.16 12.0/24. So this is 172.16 12.1 IP, and here we will have 172.16 12.2 IP. Okay, this is here Z0 by 0 interface. Here this one is Z0 by 0 interface. This is task. So in total, you have 7 questions and 1 topology. That is your task for that. Clear to everyone? Online people clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just for tomorrow, I have the meeting, so we have to wind up. And tomorrow onwards, we will have our session continue 2 to 4. Yes. Okay. Online people clear? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right then. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Practice this thing. If you guys get any doubt, you guys can drop it in the group. Okay. All right. See you guys then. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys.